What's up everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video I want to show you how to reset all ECUs and control modules in your car or truck, and all you need is this small jumper cable. Now to do this you would want to pop your hood. Okay, now you want to locate your battery, but before you do anything I just want to tell you that there's restrictions to this, so you got to be careful. Now some vehicles are not designed to have the battery disconnected. They literally connect another battery in series before disconnecting the old one. Now, research, make sure you're okay to disconnect the battery for your specific car's make and model, and then you should be good to proceed. Now, this procedure should reset most ECUs and control modules in your car. It should reset your transmission adaptive. It should reset your engine codes, the check engine light, any other codes that you have on the system. They should be reset if it's done properly. Now there's a few safety precautions that also you have to take. I will walk you through those once we do this step by step, so let's get started. Okay, now first thing we're going to do is remove the positive terminal cover, and now we're going to remove our positive terminal cable. Now we're going to remove that very carefully and have it insulated from the battery terminal. We're going to remove the cable, make sure it's isolated and insulated from the positive battery terminal, and then we're gonna proceed. Now I will remove the positive battery terminal, and I'm gonna have a rag or a piece of cardboard ready to go in between it and between the positive battery terminal. So I'm gonna remove this and instantly insert the rag to isolate this from the positive battery terminal. Now I'm gonna leave this sitting here completely and fully isolated from the positive battery terminal. Very important to remove the cable and have it insulated and isolated from the battery positive terminal. Now what I'm going to do, I will bring my jumper cable and I will connect it from the positive battery cable to the negative battery terminal. Now again, this is super duper important that it's isolated and insulated from the battery positive terminal itself. So I'm gonna connect it to the negative side of the battery, and it's gonna look something like this. Now what this does, with the battery positive cable insulated from the battery positive terminal, this is going to drain any residual charge that's being left in the capacitors in every module in the car to the ground, and it's going to discharge these capacitors. And what that does, it completely wipes any leftover saved data that is in the temporary memory, not the permanent one, the temporary memory, and discharges it just like this tiny circular battery that you have in your PC that stays on the motherboard. You remove that after you disconnect the electrical outlet. You remove that small battery. The motherboard wipes the short-term memories, and then it kind of resets the BIOS time and date and some of these usable data, and then you start fresh. So this is what we're doing here. In a sense, we're discharging the capacitors so we're able to start fresh without any data being stored in these short-term or temporary memories in these modules. So we're going to let this sit for about 15 minutes, and we're going to come back to it, and we're going to reconnect everything very carefully, and I'll show you that. And there's few steps that we have to do after we connect everything back up to the car to have it learn everything properly, and I'm going to take you through those so we can do this whole procedure properly. So we'll be right back in about 15 minutes. Okay, so it has been 15 minutes. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to carefully remove my jumper cable here. Now you don't want to just reconnect the positive battery cable. You want to be super careful. So what we're going to do is we're going to disconnect the negative battery cable first, then reconnect the positive cable, then reconnect the negative cable. Now this is extremely important and critical so you don't short anything in the car. You just never want to reconnect the positive battery cable while the ground is there. You want to have the ground disconnected, reconnect the positive, and then reconnect the negative. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to leave this positive disconnected. We're going to go ahead and disconnect the negative cable. It's very simple. All right, we're gonna disconnect that and get it out of the way to the side, not touching the terminal. And then now we will reconnect to positive. Now again, everything, be very careful of the sequence because you don't want to short anything. And we're gonna tighten this up, tighten the positive. Okay, the positive is good to go. And then now we reconnect the negative cable. Okay, so there we go. All right. All right, good to go. Now we're gonna remove our stuff. And now we put back the positive terminal cover. Okay, good to go. We are all done, connected everything. Okay, now that we have everything properly reconnected, we can shut the hood. We are done here. Okay, now there's a few very important things I need to show you so you can have the vehicle relearn everything starting from fresh properly. So let me show you. Okay, so first thing, you want to get into the vehicle. All right. Okay, you want to insert the key and then turn it to the on position and leave it on for about 5 seconds. Now we're gonna do this 3 times. So it's been about 5 seconds. We're gonna turn it off, leave it for about 5 seconds. And again, we're gonna just cycle the key 3 times for about 5 seconds. Turn it back on, leave it on. Okay, we're gonna let it sit for about 5 seconds. And then after the 3rd time, we will start the car. So this 3rd time, let it sit. Now we start the car. There we go. Now after you started the car, remember that the idle values have been wiped clean. So now you want to let the car sit in idle just like that with all the accessories off for about 2 minutes or so. Now these 2 minutes will help the car relearn all these values that have been wiped clean, and then it's going to give you proper idle. Now it's very important that you don't turn on any accessories while it's learning the idles, because you want the idle to be as high as possible. So when you turn on the accessories later on, they put a load on the motor because they're pulling amperage, then your idle would still be proper. So let it sit without any accessories for about 2 minutes, and then after those 2 minutes we will come back to it. And now continue. If you watch it, it's been about a minute, but if you watch it, you'll see the idle above the 600, around the 600 here, 700 or so. So it's going to fluctuate. That's normal. Now give it some time. It's going to eventually settle down and at the proper RPMs where it needs to be. So just give it some time. Give it a few minutes. Okay, now as you can see, it's been about 3 minutes here for me. Yeah, the clock is screwed up. We're in 2026, but yeah, it's been reset because we disconnected the battery. But anyways, it's been about 3 minutes. So now as you can see, the idle is like it's anchored down. It's very settled and it's good to go. So now you want to put your foot on the brake and you want to cycle through the gears. So you want to go into each gear for about 10 seconds or so. So we're going to go reverse. We're going to let it sit for about 10 seconds because we want it to learn all these values again. So we're going to start with the idle, the shifting, the engagement of the transmission, and then when you drive it, you're also going to drive it the way you want. So it learns, the adaptive shifting learns the way you drive, and it adapts to your own specific driving. So we're going to go to neutral, leave it for 10 seconds, and we're just going to give it 10 seconds in each gear. I'm going to wait. All right, so now we're gonna go to drive. See, now I feel the car is having a little bit of more harsh engagement as it learns the new values. It's gonna feel weird. It's gonna feel like shifting maybe is not right or something like that. That's fine. Just give it time. Drive it around the way you drive. Don't push it too hard. Just the way you want it to drive, and it's gonna learn how you shift, how to shift for your specific style of driving. Now we're gonna go down, and we're gonna shift through whatever gears we can while we're parked, and then we're just gonna go back up. So we're gonna go back to drive, give it 10 seconds or so. See, as you do this, more you do this, you will feel that the car is actually getting better and better, like more comfortable engagement, more comfortable shifting. Just drive it around, you know, give it time, give it a few drive cycles, and let it learn the way you want it to drive. And eventually you're gonna be happy with it. Now, all of this assuming there's no major issues going on with your vehicle, right? It's just all software that's trying to adapt and learn new values. Okay, we're gonna do this one more time. Again, it feels a little bit like a more harsher engagement. That's okay. Just give it time, let it learn. Okay. Look at that idle now, it's perfect. Okay, park. There we go. We're gonna turn it off. And there you go. This is everything you need to know to reset your vehicle and start fresh. If you have a weird electrical problem, this might help solve it. Now, again, this is all assuming that you don't have any major issues. Now, with that being said, I hope this video was helpful to you. If it was, please give it a big thumbs up. Please subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.